Okay. Hello, everybody. Heather's going live. I gotta start utilizing my paid subscription again to StreamYard. So many decks. Gotta start doing some shows to share them all and to start practicing and bonding with them. So, hope everyone is having a great day. And if you're watching this on playback, thank you for taking some time to watch. If you could, hit that like button. Um, Subscribe if you're new, and even a comment, emoji after would be great. And I am joined by my fellow sidekick, Boo, Mangled Unicorn. What's up, girl? And Jax and I are working on a play date together for a Friday night. So, yeah, we're going to, that is going to be a biblical that one Jax is going to go down in the books, let me tell you. So I'm looking forward to making and arranging that play date. And everybody who has joined me all this week with Kristen Louise and with Jonathan and my other solo shows, thank you. And tomorrow night, I'm excited to have Roman Gold Mooned X Moon. Is it Gold Mooned XY? I keep calling him Gold Moondy. That's how I kind of want to call him. So we have White Rabbit. I wonder if that's Miss Amanda. And Jackie is here. Hey, Jackie. So welcome, 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 everybody. I wish I could do more like pre-scheduled, but you never know during the day what the neighbors are going to be doing with the noise, or if I'm going to be having a good day, bad day, physically, mentally. You just never know, and you never want to do a show really when you're not well. So when I have my energy for the pop-ups and I get in the mood or in the spirit to do one, here I am. So everybody, White Rabbit, this should be my friend Amanda. She, the one I left behind in Buffalo, but she's quite the Jax. She is quite the spitfire. You two would hit it off really, really well. And you have a theory. And what theory would that be, my dear? You have XY, XY man, go moon to man. Oh, I'll have to ask him that. I know that Roman, I keep wanting to say Ramon, and it's like, no, it's not Ramon, it's Roman. Roman will be joining me tomorrow night, and he's been on with Ginger Faye a couple times. So if you want to get to know Roman a little bit better, go check out a couple of shows that Roman has done oh, with Ginger. But Roman has also been popping up and doing readings here and there. So welcome him to the community. And we have Brienne. Oh, Wuza, I'm glad to be here. I'm glad you're here too. So I have a new group I'm going to meet up with tonight. Oh my God. So the lighting in here, this color looks so damn dark on me. So let me take a sip of coffee really quick and get some of that lip gloss onto the cup and off of me. My goodness. So it's a group that meets once a month on a Thursday. This is the first Thursday of every month. And they talk about astrology, tarot, divination. I'm like, oh, I'm there. So I will be skipping my crochet group tonight and going to hang out and meet hopefully some new folks at the Artemisia Institute. So thank you, Jax. So today I've been reading a little bit more, and this book is really fascinating with the images and stuff that she used. And again, this is the Glyph Oracle, and it's by Visuals and Writing Prisma and Fleur, and Paige is her name. And I actually saw this featured as a flip through on Antoinette Jewelry and Tarot. And I got to see her this morning. She was, oh, before, okay, let me just back up some wheels here, like, announcement sort of thing. So, really quick, Nancy, a Crohn's intuition, is not doing well. I mean, she's not going to pass on us, but she's ill. She's got bronchitis, and she's feeling really awful, and she's on some medications. So if everybody can send my Nancy some healing energy, that would be wonderful. Um, Help her give that supportive energy, loving energy to get her back on her feet. Also, Bobby, Wild Raven Tarot, he's got a really bad abscess in his tooth, and he's not feeling very well. So we can send energy to him as well to support him through this as he heals, as well as also Selena's not feeling too well. So we got a lot of people in our community that could use that little extra hug, that little extra lift. So that would be wonderful. Thank you, Jackie. Um, that's yeah. So especially my Miss Nancy. She's like my mama. So we can all send her all of them. Love, light, healing energy, and all that good yummy positivity towards them. So next thing, I watched a video today on ancestral decks and readings. It was hosted by Orshi. I can't remember off the top of my head her channel, but if you go to Gerald's channel, Tarot Stash, he was a part of the panel. It was him. It was Richie, Lawnman Tarot, excuse me. It was also Elaine, Tarot Tats and Tea. There was a new lady there. Oh, her name is Sarah. I can't remember. And then Orshi, which is ORSI. I think it says the Inked Tarot. But they had a wonderful panel that I was able to catch. And they were talking about ancestral decks, working with your ancestors, especially relatives, and really wonderful discussion. So I want to recommend all that before we get kickstarted here. So I'm going to be doing readings from this today. I'll be pulling one, maybe two from that. I did have another deck that wanted to come along to the Ancient Stones Oracle. There's a lot of ancient symbols on this as well. A lot of it is divine feminine. And then for some tarot clarification, my Biddy Tarot, my everyday tarot deck. So I have those for maybe some additional clarification or additions to the read. I got so many videos to watch on replay. Like Jack's I was saying, sometimes I have to just put them on super fast and then try to catch up and watch as many. So I know it's a big community, so it takes a lot of time to watch, and we know we can't all watch. So even if it's just a few minutes to help get that algorithm going for us for YouTube, that's great. So we are going to get started. That group, it doesn't start till 6, so I have a good hour and a half to hang out with y'all. So let me turn over. Let me see here. I think I still have a banner from the last time I used, excuse me. I do not. I thought I still had my glyph one up, but y'all know the drill. If you would like a reading today, basing off of the glyph and the couple of the others, please type in me in big caps so I can see. And Amanda, you want one too, right, sweetie? It's been a while since I read for you. So, of course, Jackie. Let's see, we got Jackie. We got Jackie. We got Jax. And see it, girl. So let me know, Mandy, if you want one. All righty. Let me move my things out of the way here. Got my Miss Tarot D's nice, beautiful black salt that she made. I usually keep it in my bottle, but I keep it by, and I kind of just shake it and get all that energy I've smudged with her beautiful spray. So we shall get started. And I absolutely love this. This was just sitting right underneath um, the deck. My beautiful black Jaguar. Isn't that beautiful? So, and again, the light was good a little while ago, but I'm working on at some point getting a lamp light for the table. Went to the store yesterday, and the two that was left, here was ugly, and I wasn't going to pay $40 for an ugly, you know, for an ugly lamp. So I'll just have to resort to Amazon. Yeah, big kitty. Speaking of kitties, mine's been doing nothing but sleeping all day out on the couch. So, all right, she's there. Amanda, I was like, White Rabbit. Who's White Rabbit? Because I'm used to you popping in under as Amanda White. So I was like, White Rabbit. Follow the White Rabbit. Okay, so Jackie, let's see what we get for you today. The shape is really cool, but sometimes, it's hard to shuffle. But it's a gorgeous deck. And for those who have seen it before, these are the backs. They got like cartouches on them, and they've got like gold, pressing on them. Just really very, very cool. So, all righty. So do we have so let's get ancient stones to go off to the side. Panthers, yep. And I hope Annabelle is doing well, my dear. Annabelle is my friend Mandy's kitty cat she adopted last year. I think it was last year. All righty. So let me just pull a tarot number 1 for the glyph. Fatima, how are you, my dear? It's been a while since I've seen you. How are you? Well, in my chat. How are you? How is Odelia? How is Jonathan? I hope you all are doing well. How's the weather, you guys, up in Toronto? So, all right, it's good to see you, Fatima. Much blessings and love to you too, my dear. All righty, so. All righty, well, this is interesting. And let me grab my pendulum. Oh, actually, maybe I'll use one of the ones that I handmade that I still have. I saw one earlier, and there we go. One of the pendulums I made a while ago. It's a check glass bead, but this is a heart-shaped common green opal stone. Some big pearl. So, all righty. Okay, I just wanted to ask about one of your tarot cards here. So you got a court card, and I'm asking if this is you. And woo-wee, look at that going. That is my no answer. So is this a particular? You know what, Jackie? I think I got you a King of Wands last time I read for you, didn't I? So is this somebody in Jackie's immediate circle? And I'm getting this now. Is this a spirit guide or an ancestor in spirit? No. Okay. So that's a big no. All righty. So this is a male individual. So your, thank you. 2 years you've had Annabelle now. Oh my goodness. So Jackie, your glyph card is sovereignty, and it says crown. So, and you got the King of Wands. So this is very interesting. So here's different representations. We have Kuan Yin. We have who I would assume, because she doesn't mention specifically, but this looks like possibly a, I would say maybe Nefertiti. I don't know about Isis, but we have like a spirit group. They're here to remind you of your sovereignty. that you are neither below or above. You are sovereign in your own self. This sounds very familiar, kind of a reading, Jackie, that I've done for you recently. So again, it's acknowledging that you are sovereign in your life. You are sovereign in your house, your home, your body. When it comes to work, sometimes, I don't know if you still work or not, but this is a sense of, again, not above others or egotistical, but you are sovereign in how you think, feel, and how you want to live. And so, as above, so below. Exactly. So, let's take a look at what the book says because we're going to be exploring them with the book. And this is number 27. Well, it's Crown. And let's see what she shares about some of the images on here. And so it's all about, so let's see, history. The crown is representative of authority, sovereignty, and divine right, often used to denote the highest levels of leadership and sanctity. Laurel wreaths worn by Greek and Roman leaders were precursors to more decorative crowns, signifying honor and achievement. In ancient Egypt, pharaohs wore many kinds of elaborate crowns, each of which held different meanings, but always resonated with their divine connection and the protection of their lands. In Eastern traditions, deities and enlightened beings are depicted wearing crowns, symbolizing supreme wisdom, awareness, and spiritual authority. The crown reminds us of the importance of sovereignty, not just in ruling nations, but also in governing ourselves. It speaks to our capacity for self mastery, wisdom, and the pursuit of a higher purpose. And when you think of crown, too, we think of our crown chakra, our connection to our higher selves, our connection to the universe and our divine source as well. And something with the Egyptians also, which held different means. Okay, that's what so even the crowns as we move into different cultures and like Christianity was taking over, we would start seeing sometimes the crowns almost going to like halos. They started using the halos for the saints and for sometimes for the popes and things. So halos also has been a symbol along with the crown to show divinity, to show connection to source. All that, it's in the, like in the patriarchal religions, it's basically people who are, connected or, by God, and, mainly or pretty much all male. Um, there has even been artwork that's been discovered in some of the major cathedrals where, the women that were a part of the original halos, the saints or the ascended ones or ascended masters, to hide that they were women, mustaches and beards were painted on them. So, yeah. So the crown has always been something that has signified to me also connection to our higher selves and our higher chakras. And let's see, what did Jackie say? I've been doing ancestral work, setting up my ancestral altar. Very nice, my dear. And so she also offers meanings of this card. Um, and it goes down a list and it says here, recognize your personal power and take charge of your life. You are the ruler of your own destiny. Assert your independence and authority in your personal and professional life. Own your decisions and stand firm in your convictions. Elevate your perspective. Seek new information or understanding. Your leadership is required. Align your actions with your core values and principles. Live authentically and ensure that your choices reflect your true self. And again, not anybody else's but your own. Listen to your inner voice and act accordingly. Respect yourself. Yep, that's in there. Bring out a little bit of the Queen of Soul there, Miss Orbita. Let's see. Self doubt has no place in your life. Stay true to your values, but don't become overly rigid in your beliefs. and don't do things out of obligation. So, alrighty, moving to your card, your additional card from the Ancient Stones. I got the Secret Chamber, and it's kind of hard to see, but there's a figure in there, and she's going within, and she's reflecting on her light. And this card says potency, deep connection, and treasure. And so again, you're finding that there will be, if you're working with ancestrals, especially connecting to your higher self and your guides, even your ancestors, um, who may or may not have shared, your beliefs that you have while they were alive. Sometimes when we transition and we move to the other side, we tend some souls tend to see differently, and then they become a part of our spiritual family. And with the Secret Chamber, this is showing that you're going inward right now. You're connecting deeply with what's treasure inside of you. You're going within, in that beautiful connection too of going within, connecting and honoring ancestors, and acknowledging you're doing the work to support, like in the book said, being able to support what you think of yourself, of what you are sovereign about in your life. And with your tarot card, with the King of Wands, this is a either a male or an individual with male energy, that has this King of Wands energy, and this could very well be as well, just an energy in of itself. Um, so with the King of Wands, this is somebody who is extremely capable of being grounded, but yet their their creative energy, their willpower, their passion, um, is is um, is controlled, is safely controlled, but inspires others. Um, People look at them as being charismatic. They feel like they can get behind this individual, and they spark excitement and joy. And I know I keep using the word inspiration, but when you get, like, you think of inspirational speakers, like Mel Robbins, Brene Brown, some people still follow Tony Robbins and other people, whatever different, where they talk and they get excited and you get gravitated towards them. This is that kind of King of Wands energy where they're able to get people going, people motivated, getting them inspired. And your bottom card for that to go with your glyph and with your ancient stones, your secret chamber, is the Ten of Cups, and this is like a closure, a coming together of happiness within your home, within your life. I don't know if there is a Mr. Jackie Jan, a Mr. Jan, but this could very well be, a husband or a male or a loved one that is helping you propel, that's supporting you in this, and in turn it creates a healthier, happier home because your needs are being met. You're following your bliss. You're learning about yourself and connecting with your higher self and your guides and your spirituality. It's like that feeling of coming home. I wish still single. Well, hey, you never know. This energy might be coming in for you, but this is an energy, to really, tap into. And it's that feeling of coming home because you know that you're sovereign, you're doing the work, you're going within your sacred chamber, you're reflecting, you're doing deeper connections with yourself, your ancestors, and that inspiration is just firing, fueling, getting you really motivated. And I think that's going to help bring, it's going to help you, that feeling of coming home again, connecting with that. So that's what I have for you, Jackie. Thank you for letting me read for you, my dear. All righty. Gotta take a quick sip here. Coffee's cold, but that's okay. It'll be like an iced coffee. Let's see. Jackie, how beautiful a spiritual crown. We have our higher crown chakras. So crowns represent many, many things. And you're welcome. And looking back too on a lot of those paintings back from the Renaissance and early on, people are starting to take notice now that the artists were painting um, UFOs in the sky. And you see the crowns and the halos also connecting to them, to those spaceships in the sky. And people are just saying, oh no, they're just stars. But no, it's very interesting that they were painting what they were seeing and putting that into the artwork as well. So those higher levels of consciousness, where we have our, star ancestors or people or guides that we work with as well. So, all righty. Brianne, did I have you down for a reading? Let me know, Brianne, if you want one. Because I think the last time you came here, I don't know if I had time to do one for you. And let's see, Jackie, I am drinking a tea called Lavender Daydream. It's an herbal tea. Ooh, very nice. All righty, so Jax. Jumping Jacks. Jumping Jacks Jumping Jacks Flash. Miss Jacqueline Onassis. So, Brianne, if you would like one, let me know. So, next up is Jax. Then I have Mandy. Alrighty, so, ooh, nice. We're not going, ooh, ah. Cluster of stars. The sisters are out tonight just beside the moon. I got to see just a quick little snapshot of the moon last night because we have, rain all this week. But it was just the perfect timing. I had my bowl of water that I wanted to put out in under the moonlight. And I'm like, I don't see the moon. And somebody's telling me, just stand there. And I stood there for a few minutes. And then the clouds broke for maybe about 4 or 5 minutes. And I stood there trying to get the moonlight into the water. And then it went behind a whole bunch of clouds. And I was like, thank you. So it wasn't super big for me here, but I hear a lot of people have been feeling the effects of it, especially with it being a super moon. So this is for Jax. Ooh, this card comes up a lot. How interesting. And she's like, ooh, why? Okay. So okay. Oh, and that came up again. So, Jax, you got the Ankh. And it's all about life force. It's a super moon. Yep. All the waves and stuff on the West Coast, people were being notified to stay away from the coastline because the tides and stuff, they said were an extra, I can't remember how much. They were saying that's typically like 6 feet, but now they were going up to like 12 or something. I mean, it was some really big waves coming in. So you got the Ankh, and she's like, hell yeah. So you would love one, but only if it's not too soon. Oh, you're fine, Brianne. You're all good, girl. So you got life force, the Ankh. And so let's explore the Ankh. I just wish she would have numbered these properly. So it's card number 10. So it should be there. Okay, page 36. And the Ankh. So the Ankh is an icon, oh my goodness, iconic glyph in ancient Egyptian culture, representing the essence of life or life force as an extension of life, immortality, the eternal continuation of existence beyond physical death. It has been suggested that the Ankh could also signify the cohesion of heaven and earth, as well as the unity of masculine and femininity symbols. The Ankh is seen widely in ancient Egyptian art and was often depicted in the hands of gods and goddesses. Amanda, remember back in the day when we were taking Pagan 101, that one person, Bree would have like a little saying or a bumper sticker or something by her that said, Isis, Isis, rah, rah, rah. I had to point out that was just something that just jumped right into my head. But that was very fun. That was very cool. So conveying that so the gods and goddesses conveying that they were in possession of the ability to bestow blessings of vitality and spiritual strength upon pharaohs and revered individuals. As a symbol imbued with long-standing spiritual significance, the Ankh continues to inspire awe and reverence, inviting contemplation on the internal. Let me see if I can hold this up here while I'm doing this. So let's see. The Ankh continues to inspire awe and reverence, inviting contemplation on the internal mysteries of existence and the enduring essence of the soul. And I know that when I was younger in high school, the minute I saw the Ankh, it was like, oh, that's cool. I have to get that. So that was part of my wardrobe for quite a few years. And then later on, as I got older, I'm like, maybe I don't know if I still resonate, but the Ankh is a very old and very powerful, again, connecting the masculine and the feminine. And so for the meanings that she gives on this card, so I'm going to hold it here. Let me just hold it up again. So, and it's kind of hard to see, but she's got some real tiny little additional, and it just hit the light right there. You go. You can see the little gold glimmer of that. So let's see. Vitality is increasing after a period of stagnation. You are the brink. You are on the brink of universal truths and ancient wisdom. Actively call back your energy to you if you are feeling depleted. And girl, ain't that the truth? Explore ancient teachings which aid in remembrance of your innate inner wisdom. An opportunity to enhance your physical well-being is being offered. Your ability to channel your energy is undergoing an upgrade. Steer clear of what your body intuition tells you to avoid. I think that's a great message for all of us. And explore higher dimensions of awareness and transcendental wisdom beyond conventional perceptions of reality. And kind of like that reading that you got, the galactic reading. And especially, being considered a healer and having these lifetimes and learning how to incorporate them now into the current life that you're in. And this card that you got from the ancient stones is the egg stone. And again, feminine power, embodiment, and fertility. There is an actual stone, egg stone, that is in, I think they said it's not near Stonehenge, but in the area of Glastonbury. And it's a sacred stone that women do go to sit on. And so it is a very strong feminine energy. It's about new beginnings. And with that life force, I mean, you can't get any more life force than the egg, place where life takes place, where we, germinate and we grow, whether it's another life or if it's, ideas or dreams or goals or projects that we are working with. And that egg is also that symbol of our yoni, where, the universe, where we're birthed, how the universal mother has birthed us. So this is connecting again to, especially now, Jax, with you tapping into having to do more of the maternal energy. So I'm not surprised that this is coming through. And I feel like maybe this might be some maternal healing that is going on. You are able to direct your life force now moving forward into things that not just resonate with you, but integrate everything that you've been going through, not just in recent times, but also in your recent past lifetime here, including possibly your galactic lifetimes, like the reading that you had gotten, and your 2 tarot cards to go with these. So with your life force, everything going on, you're doing a balance here, girl. So you're doing the dance. You're balancing, finances, health. This could be also balancing emotions and, you know, ideas. Just it's a whole dance of life right now where you are balancing everything. Being a mother, doing the finances, going to bat for that one individual boss level thing. Yeah, so you are doing the dance, you're doing the juggle, and it's just acknowledging to try to stay as grounded as possible while you're doing this juggling. And then your bottom card, girl, I love this. We just had this from the last reading, the 10 of Cups. So this could very well be a collective, card for all of us here. The 10 of Cups, when we get grounded and we get connected to our life source, within our bodies, are connected to, the earth energy, to, our upper energies, our higher power energies. And we're able to start learning how to, you're basically, my dear, you're balancing everything. And like that word is, you're integrating everything. And in the end, you have that beautiful 10 of Cups, a happier home, more joy. It's going to be a full circle with everything that you're working on. So it's just going to be that bliss, that home bliss. All this energy you're focusing on and directing, even directing. There's be funny to say this, directing from the yoni, but that's one of our sources of power, being feminine. You are birthing a new life and reality, not just for the individuals that you're helping right now, but this is also going to be a rebirth for you. And the process of all the juggling and making sure you stay grounded enough, but taking care, you're going to have that again, that beautiful 10 of Cups. So it was a very winding road. Well, like Sheryl Crow said, every day is a winding road. So every day is a winding road. Then there's another. I keep getting closer. Every day is a faded sign. So you're getting there, girl. It's really sometimes hard to see some of the details in these cards, but I think these are going well with the glyphs today. They almost look like pearls too. I see. Oh, there's also a serpent coming out near her yoni, the Kundalini energy. So there you go. Love that. Doing the dance and 10 of Cups description of full circle rebirth. Wow. Yep. Everything comes to a conclusion. There's a cycle, and it's going to be a happy one. So I know it's a balancing act right now, Jax, but we all know you got this, girl. We talk. So, all righty. And Mandy, you're up next. I'm going to take a sip, though. Let's see. But I often choose the road less traveled. Yep. What deck is that? So this one here is from the Rebecca Campbell, the Ancient Stones. I had all of her decks, but I couldn't bring them all with me. So I had to leave a lot of decks behind that I donated, but I wasn't going to let this one go. I was going to hold on to that one. So, and then she just came out with a new one. I saw the flip through. Some of the images are still kind of the same, but at some point when I have the extra, I'll get the new one. All righty. So Mandy is next. I know she's usually doing enough, a million and one things when she's on her phone or watching. So at some point she'll get the rating. So Mandy girl, let's get this party started. And for people, Mandy and I have known each other since 1995. Wrap your head around that. Not a lot of people I'm still in touch with from back in my youth. So what did she get? Ooh, serendipity. Stargazing. No, shooting star. Of course, again, I'm getting music now in my ears. Don't you know you're a shooting star? I'm trying to remember who did that song. I think it was Bad Company. The song Shooting Star. Didn't have a very nice ending. Sad ending, but still. Okay. Girl. Oh, she even kind of looked like you from behind. Oh, wow. But girl, I've seen a couple of ladies there. I'll be out and I'll be like, oh my God, she looks like Amanda. So they say we all have our doubles. I think we have multiple ones. Woo. Well, one card just fell out. And let's see what's on the bottom. Let's see what's on the top. Oh, and I don't do reversals, and the reversal came out. Okay, so let me grab my book and find out what page I'm on. So you got the shooting star card. And I just love this. Look at this picture with the little kitty on it, the little bossed statue. Like I said, the camera isn't all that good. I cannot wait till I get a new laptop or a desktop. Something's got to give at some point. Shooting star, page 46. All righty. And it's got my planet in it. Oops, let me pull this up. There we go. So you actually turn everything off. Wow. Okay. Excuse me. I just had something to eat before. So again, it's a little hard to see, but we got Jupiter in there. And we have that shooting star. And the card is about serendipity. And for history, ancient times, the appearance of a shooting star was often interpreted as a celestial omen, heralding significant events or marking pivotal moments in human affairs. In Greek mythology, they were believed to be messages from the divine, transient and only seen by those blessed to witness the fleeting moment. Spiritually, the shooting star is seen as a bridge between the earthly and the celestial realms, representing a moment of connection and alignment with higher spiritual forces. Model numbers. Amanda. Girl. It symbolizes divine intervention, synchronicity, and the alignment of one's path with cosmic order. Those who witness a shooting star are encouraged to make wishes or set intentions, believing that the fleeting brilliance of the star carries the power to manifest dreams to reality. So you may not have seen recently maybe a shooting star, but here on the card that you do, and it's all about serendipity, things coming, flowing into place as it is. It's like things are happening naturally in the time that they were meant to happen. So there's this beautiful serendipitous moment of connection, possibly opportunities, all different things that we see in our life. So with the meanings of this card, something rare and precious is entering your life. Meaningful relationships or collaborations are crossing your path. Notice moments where fate and chance intersect. There are decisions or choices to be made that could significantly impact your life's trajectory. So this is really a serious card. Stay hopeful and believe in the power of your intentions. Again, trust in divine timing. Meaningful coincidences and signs from the universe affirm you're on the right path. A surge of inspiration and creativity is flowing into your life. And I'm going to stop right there. Girl, I hope so, because you're an amazing artist and you need to get back into your art. So I'm stepping off my soapbox now. Use this to pursue new ideas, projects, or artistic endeavors. The universe is communicating with you through subtle signs, symbols, and synchronicities in your environment. And with you doing your ceremonial and a lot of your ritual stuff, you know how to spot or to sense or see when things are signs, when that divine timing and serendipity comes through. So this is a great card. It's full of promise. Good things are coming. However, your next card is obstacle. Find another road, flexibility, and change. So for this to occur, you have got to maybe find another path, find another road. Looking at your cards here, there is a lot of spiritual awakenings going on. You're having epiphanies. You did get the Hierophant, but the Hierophant is upside down. And so as I'm looking at this, there is something that is blocking your path. I don't know what it is. Your one tarot card is Judgment. And judgment is about, again, spiritual awakenings and having epiphanies. But for me, it also is a sense of judgment, watching how we judge ourselves, how we judge our past, judge the roads that we have been on, and sometimes think, well, maybe this is the only road I'm supposed to be on, or the only path I can take. But again, that shooting star is saying all these things are coming to you, but you have to be open to them. You have to be willing to, go through that veil, move through that, and find another road. It's an obstacle, but yet you can still kind of see through that. So it's that change. You have to be flexible, adaptable, and being able to move forward in that change. And again, your tarot cards were Judgment. The Hierophant came out reversed. So when something does come out reversed, I will acknowledge it. So that Hierophant is typically, the higher wisdom. It has to do with institutions, things that are like places of learning, spiritual learning, mentorship, could also be classes. So right now, this is what's upside down. It still feels like there's a lot of, again, being flexible to change. There may have been things that you wanted to do with school or training, but right now, for some reason, I think maybe it's just because you're at this obstacle, and there's that, that Hierophant being upside down. Maybe you kind of like digging your heels and then saying, no, I don't want, but it's you that's got to turn that Hierophant up, because in between the other two cards, again, you got the Judgment, spiritual awakenings and epiphanies, and then your bottom card was the Fool, taking that leap of faith and moving forward. So this may be the Hierophant reverse, may be you hesitating, not sure if you trust yourself. And remember, the book had said to, a lot of these readings, no self doubt. These things are available to you, but you have to move out the place of self doubt, or not feeling like you're ready yet, or you're not able to. But whatever that Hierophant upside down represents, and I believe it's connected to your the obstacle card. Because let's face it, we just had full moon in Taurus. You are a Taurus, and Tauruses can be stubborn. So that aspect of, you know, trying to make things, it's like the saying, you keep doing the same things over and over, expecting a different result. So, maybe undigging those heels and saying, okay, let's see what the universe brings me. I'll let go of that sense of fear, and I'll take that leap, and I'll move forward. So that's what I have for you, my dear. And you always know you can call and let me know if you want any extra cards, or if you got any other questions, if you want to let me know. So it's all good. That's a beautiful deck. The well, I'm having this one, but the main focus of the show was this one. So it's really, really a beautiful deck. I wish she had some more contrast in the cards, because on the screen you can kind of see through to the back a little bit better, but in person it is a little dark, but it's a beautiful, beautiful deck. So Brienne, my dear, you are next. Let me just take a sip here. I hope everybody's readings are resonating. So Glyph deck is spot on tonight. Yep. And lately I want to read faster and speak faster than my mouth can articulate. Yes, okay. So Brienne, my dear. Whoa, okay. That one flipped out. Oh, Brienne, I like these so far. Yes, your readings for me are always spot on. All right. Sounds good. Means I'm doing something right. I mean, there are some readers who feel that, well, if I keep reading for the same person over and over, is that really a reading because I already kind of know what's going on? But I'm just glad that I'll take that as a positive. Just that, yeah, we're on the right track here. No whammies, no whammies. You got it, girl. Ooh. I gotta grab my pendulum for this because I got a court card. And let's see. Okay, does this in the meaning? This is represent a person on the physical plane in her life. Oh, now that's interesting. Is this a person in spirit that is around Brienne? Okay. I love it when you ooh. I know I do that a lot. So let me grab the book. You got the Power of Life card. It's the flower of life. It's really a pretty. So let me turn this here. Alrighty, flower 78. Alrighty, my dear. You have basically the flower. Yep, the flower of life. All about source. And it says here, the flower of life symbolizes the interconnectedness of all life and the source of creation. Found in cultures worldwide, the symbol transcends temporal and cultural boundaries, an emblem of universal truths. In ancient Egypt, the flower of life adorned temples and sacred spaces where it was believed to embody the blueprint of creation itself. It was seen as a visual representation of the cycle of birth, growth, and decay, mirroring the cycles observed in nature and the cosmos. Across other civilizations, such as in ancient Greece and China, its geometric precision and mathematical elegance fascinated scholars and mystics alike, who interpreted its intricate patterns as keys to understanding human consciousness and the mysteries of existence. So, wow, I like the cards that are coming up here. So, I might have to pull a clarifier for one of them, but we'll get to that when we get to that. The flower of life compels you. Yep. Flower of life 70, that would be attack 2. Oh, okay. So the meanings of this card, you have the power to design your life with intention. Oh, I love the next card. You're going to see how these connect together. You are the architect of your reality. I love that. You are the architect of your reality. Use the flower of life as a focal point during meditation. See what it may awaken within you. Imagine yourself as energy merged with the flow of cosmic consciousness. Simply be still. Feel how being in your body feels, the sensations and the sounds. Ah, the flower of, oh my God, Amanda. Let's see. Have reverence for the multitude of coincidences and moments that led to your existence. Sit with the concept of universal oneness. Let it permeate. Let it influence your behavior and decisions. You are a consciousness who is experiencing existence in this realm. Try not to let human things get to you so much. And visualize the flower of life expanding and contracting around you, enveloping you in its protective and harmonizing energies. And with it being a flower, can visualize like the petals, you know, coming inside and then blossoming out, coming in, unfurling out. So that's beautiful. And your card from the ancient stones to go with it is hidden treasure. You're on the right track. Gift revealed. So you are connecting with the cosmic energy. You're connecting with your life source. Um, and this is what's happening. Look at that. She's just opening her arms and she's being bathed in that beautiful, beautiful white light. Let's see what else is in here in this picture. They're crystals. So again, too, quartz crystals is a beautiful stone too to help with amplifying this. And it's all about hidden treasures. So as you connect more with source, it's kind of like a map way, the energy and following those energetic pathways and circuitry that's within us, because we have our meridians, we have our chakras, our whole body is basically like a circuit board, and that's how we connect to, with our head chakra connecting us to source, our feet, our lower chakras connecting us to earth. So we have that beautiful connection of being grounded, but being part of the cosmos and expressing our extraterrestrial origins that way. And just it just feels like this is you opening your arms and welcoming that beautiful source of energy and love and light. And let me pull a clarifier. So your core card that came out hinted at a individual in spirit. Let me see. Six of Wands. Page of Pentacles. Okay, let me set that one aside. So Brienne, what I got for you is the Lovers card, and the Lovers doesn't necessarily have to mean an intimate relationship with a sexual intimate relationship with a partner. This could also be our personal relationships with others, friends, family, um, and also with ourselves as well. And what I'm kind of seeing here too and feeling that with you connecting to source and you opening your arms up to the gifts of source, that you're allowing it to awaken in you, I'm wondering if this lovers also can represent the balance of your masculine and feminine, which is allowing for that beautiful light. It's that integration of the masculine and the feminine, and you being open to receiving that energy because you are integrating everything, you are connecting. I did get the Six of Wands to clarify that. So these relationships, this connections, it's all about success. It's about victory. It's something that again, and if you look, she's got a circle too. It's just making me think of the circle of life, the flower of life. Now your other card here is the King of Pentacles, and when I asked my pendulum if this represented you, I got a strong no. And when I asked, is this somebody in her circle, it gave me kind of like rephrase answer. I got a funny swing out of it. So I inquired if this was somebody in your spirit team, something that was like an ascended master or part of your spirit team, and I got a yes. So this King of Pentacles, this masculine energy, of course the King of Pentacles were like the fathers, the providers, again, the sense that those who were able to provide for the families, that brought stability, that was deeply connected to the earth, very wise, very nurturing, but very much being of the land. They brought. I'm assuming that this was somebody that was on Earth, that was a part of your life, because I'm getting that this individual um, provided stability, either in yours, or this could be maybe multi-generational, that was able to help influence your generation, who your parents or your upbringing. But there's just this very strong familial family connection to this individual. And they were very strong providers. Again, they were nurturing, they were of the earth, they brought stability, they brought a sense of safety, um, of there's another word I'm looking for, and it's not because the pentacles are the slowest moving suits, and for me, with them also being connected to study and academy, I don't know if this might have been a teacher, or if this individual had been a teacher, or they're in spirit world, they're being a mentor or a teach. This could very well be that, and they're connecting with you through that source. Um, you are welcoming your gifts. Um, and again, I think that's applauding the success of you doing this. And it's connecting again to the masculine and the feminine, but I think this is also connecting this bond between you and him. And that's what I have, Brian. Let's see. Yes, it's okay. It's yes. Oh, my king. Thank you. My granddad, he loved the land and all the trees. So that granddad. Okay. Ooh, but that granddad came in. Yeah, I think somebody just came in. Hi, Mona Lee. What's up, girl? Let's see. So much needed to hear this. Oh, okay, you're welcome, my dear. And yes, he always said you're a student. He was very grounded that way. It was not somebody who was egotistical. It was always like, nope, there's always something new to learn, you know. Like, and that's why sometimes with some of these programs and certifications where I'm a Reiki master, or I'm a master of this or that, but really, are we really masters? I mean, to me, we're always like students. So, it's just, I guess, learning to master your skills, or to constantly. Our questions close. No, I have time for another one, Mona, if you want one. I still have time before I have to get ready for my group. I had coffee, but I gotta take a quick sip of water here, though. Well, Mona, I'm doing today, I'm just pulling cards from the Glyph. I'm exploring the Glyph Oracle that I just got. There was another deck that wanted to come along, the Ancient Stones, and then I have some tarot to go along with the cards. So that is what we are doing today. So let's see, 4:30. So this probably, we'll see how things go. And I have 7 in chat, so thank you, everybody. And again, if you could hit that like on the way out. Whoa, okay, that card just popped out. That would be wonderful. And an emoji, or even if it's just an emoji. Thumbs up, like, yep, got the reading. It was good. Thank you. I like how some of these are connecting. I'm glad I listened to that other deck to bring that deck along today. Hi, Janet Lee. I've been listening while cooking. Ooh, what you cooking, girl? Like my dad used to love singing. Hey, good looking, what you got cooking? How about cooking something up for me? I throw my dad around a lot. It was his birthday on the 26th last month. Oh, that's weird how this card. He always said people, I gotta pull this up here so I can see this a little better and share that. Why is my mouse? Come on, mouse, wake up. There we go. He always said people will ask you when you're older, what's your religion? He said, go for a walk. See everything, the beauty around you. You look and listen to all. Oh my goodness. Yes, Brienne. Oh, I like your dad, your granddad. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. How interesting. King of Pentacles came up again. So lately it seems like a lot of my readings got family members, ancestors coming in. So let me find, because what I'm doing, Mona, is we're exploring my new deck to get all of us together. And I'm going and finding what pages, and I'm reading what the description is from the author. It's themselves. And then she gives a list of keywords that she offers for people to relate to the reading. So that is what I am doing. And you got the labyrinth. And we actually have a labyrinth here in downtown Ashland that I keep meaning to go to and walk. Okay. So the labyrinth. There you go. I love that. Isn't that beautiful? Gorgeous, gorgeous. This reminds me of a record too, with the grooves in a record. And so the labyrinth symbolizes the universal journey of self-discovery, transformation, and spiritual enlightenment. One of the earliest known depictions of a labyrinth can be found on a clay tablet from the island of Crete, dating back to around 1300 BCE. This suggests that the labyrinth may have originated in the ancient Minoan civilization. The labyrinth's significance was also adapted to serve spiritual and meditative practices of various cultures throughout history. In medieval Christianity, pilgrims would traverse the labyrinth's winding path as a form of prayer, reflection, and contemplation, symbolizing life's journey with its twists and turns. The labyrinth continues to hold relevance as a potent symbol of transformation and inner exploration. Walking its winding path is considered a form of moving meditation. And I did a show, was it last month or the month before? And Gerald joined me from Tarot Stash because he had walked labyrinths. And we were comparing how our experiences were of labyrinths. And it's like no matter where you are, the minute you start walking one, it's like the world around kind of dissolves and you're pulled into that moment. And when I was able to participate in open circles, this is back home in Buffalo, we would do the spiral dance during our celebration for one of our Sabbats. And you can feel the moving inward and then the moving out. It's really very profound. Makes me think of how they have those paths in Sedona to walk. Girl, have you been to Sedona? I walked one in Sedona. I think that might have been the first one I actually ever walked, was the one in Sedona. It was a place that was being built, and I believe, unfortunately, a few years later, well, after we had left, that's where they had that tragedy, I think, with the author of The Secret, who did the oh my God, that awful sweat lodge where people passed away. But we went, Shannon and I went one day and we came across it and they let me walk it. And it was a beautiful, beautiful experience. You just got back from Sedona on Sunday, Mona? Did you get to when we were there, I think they were calling it Angel something. They may have changed the name. I haven't been there since we left in 2008. Hoping to go back, but they probably have several now labyrinths in the area, but also representing, the circles, the spiraling of the vortexes as well. You went to Mass at the Holy Cross Cathedral. Okay, very cool. So, meanings of this card. So let's see if any of this resonates, Mona, now that you're back from Sedona. Every step you take towards your aspirations or goals is meaningful. Every step gets you closer. If you're feeling confused, find stillness and allow your mind to be emptied. The answers you are looking for likely already lie within you. So it says, take the journey inwards. Even if the path seems unclear, you're equipped. You can trust yourself. Complex situations or challenges are helping you become more resilient. With determination, you will find a way through. The most challenging roads shape the most magnificent characters. And let us all let that sink in. Find a labyrinth, even if we walk it in our mind as we're looking at it. And let's all remember this for ourselves as a collective. The most challenging roads shape the most magnificent characters. So, thinking about all the many roads, the ups and downs, things, dark nights of the soul, and those moments of happiness. Just think of all of that and acknowledge that, the challenging roads shape the most magnificent characters. Wow, is he heavy? Let's see. Who's heavy? Good song. Every step. What song was that, Amanda? When I heard Every Step You Take, I was thinking of that Bobby Brown song from the late 80s. But yeah, create, and then the last one is create or walk a labyrinth. So your Ancient Stones card is nothing is impossible, open to the unexpected, and what's the last saying? You will find your way. And there we go. And she is kind of like standing on an outlook, and you can see some roads and pathways winding around, leading down to that beautiful light. And so it's a beautiful reminder the journey that we're on. Like they say, it's not the destination, but it's the journey. Sting for me. Did I miss something? I love Sting. So, oh, we're talking about Desert Rose. Anyway, squirrel. You know me, all with music. So nothing is impossible. So remember that, Mona. Nothing is impossible. Open to the unexpected. You just came from Sedona. You know, let that energy just, sit with you and, integrate that in with you. I know Cash Peters, even though not being Christian, went to didn't like the church aspect, but he went there and he put his hands on the outside, and he was mentioning seeing certain images and the energy. It was just, he said it was beautiful and it brought him to tears. um 10 Summoner's Tales still slaps. Yep. Now I got free, set them free. So yeah, I'm going through all my Sting songs now. So let's see, Mona, your cards. I got the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my pendulum, because we're going to take a look at these court cards and see if these are folks in your life currently, or if these are maybe people on your spiritual path. Fields of Golds is one of my favorites. Yes. So the King of Pentacles. Does this card represent Mona's energy? No, I didn't think so. Is this someone that is on the physical plane currently in her life? Okay, I'm getting a yes. Now, this Queen of Cups, does this represent Mona? Yes, okay. So, Mona, I have this King of Pentacles, and he was in for the last reading. And so, this card, my pendulum was acknowledging that this is somebody in your life right now. That's a part of the circle of your life. This could be let me ask one more question, because court cards can be gender fluid. So let's take a look again. Is this individual um, a male, a physical male? And so yes, because what I've been asking my cards to let, when I work with my cards, I've been asking that spirit let my court cards actually be an individual of that gender, so that I can interpret my cards a little bit better. So this is a person, a male individual. He's again, he's a provider. He provides stability, security, very grounded. very well learned, very much connected, in ways to the land, um, very loving. It's not the King of Cups, but this is still an individual who is grounded enough to be, because Pentacles are also representative of the feminine. So this is somebody who is very grounded, um, very nurturing, but they have, I'm trying to figure out. It's weird. It's like someone, I don't think so. Mona, um, I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I am going to say that this is. Hold on a second. Here, let me ask something quietly. Okay, so Mona, I don't know if you're seeing somebody, honey, or if you're drawn to somebody, but it feels like this is somebody that can become very close to you, or is in the process of somebody maybe that you have already met, but they provide this beautiful balance um, to your Queen of Cups, because I got Queen of Cups for you. And so to me, this is a beautiful balance of someone who is responsible, that can that's willing to take care of you, that's willing to provide things for you, um, to be able to, for you to continue being that beautiful Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups, she's very emotionally nurturing. She's very artistic. She's very creative. She's very much in touch with her emotions and her intuition. Somebody who's very empathic. So for me, this feels like a beautiful coming together. And your other card is the Six of Cups. So it feels like this friendship or close relationship between you and this individual is a has feelings of nostalgia. It feels like, and I love how he's like offering her, some flowers, so I'm getting the feeling that and it says here open to the unexpected as well. So this very well may be somebody that you're starting a journey with, someone that I don't know if there's going to be maybe an issue with distance, with the card saying you'll find a way, but it just feels like there's this relationship that you have with this individual brings back beautiful feelings of happiness, of nostalgia. Um, the feelings that we get when we were younger, when, I mean, I can remember when, you know, Jeremy gave me, a flower, or some when we have those little moments where the butterflies in our stomach, is that very inner child, that very innocent, you know connection that we have, where our inner child is connecting with another person's inner child, and we're finding safety there, we're finding a sense of security there. And so you're not saying anything, my dear, so I'm going to end it there. And if you can, let me know if any of that resonated with you. And thank you for letting me read for you, my dear. I have beautiful friends from my past. Okay. One of them feels, I don't know. All I can say is that at least that one individual, there may be one that ends up maybe stepping forward, that you might connect more. Um, that has that feeling of, that brings that feeling of safety. It allows you to feel like you can open up and be that Queen of Cups, where you can share your emotions, you can express your creativity, and your imagination and your dreams and your desires. And it just feels very safe, feels very nostalgic. So Alrighty, I will end it there then. So, alrighty, everybody. Well, thank you all for hanging out with me. I appreciate y'all came and let me read for you. I am definitely going to be pulling more again from this deck, but I really am surprised how it paired with the ancient stones. So I was really happy with that the deck called to me today when I was trying to figure out which other ones to bring. If you heard that, I apologize. I had lunch, a late lunch before coming on, and then of course Heather's having her coffee. So um, my apologies if you can hear that. So everybody, thank you again. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night because most of y'all are on the um, oh, Fatima, I didn't know you were still here, my dear. Oh, I would have, if I known, I would have asked if you would have liked a reading too, my dear. But I do have to get going. Thank you, Brienne. That's very kind of you. And yes, thank you, Fatima. Wishing everyone a blessed evening indeed. Better out than in. Oh my God, Jax, I went to go show that video to Shan that you sent me. And he's like, oh yeah, I've already seen it. Of course he has. So, and love the decks you picked. Me too. I'm glad that they want to come out and play because I've been really wanting to do a show with my magical botanical and my talisman oracle. So I have a lot of wonderful new decks I want to start being able to do readings with and explore. So alrighty, everybody. Maybe I will see some of y'all tomorrow night in chat when I go live with Roman, and that's going to be 5 p.m. my Pacific time, but it will continue to be at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard. So Roman is joining me. He goes by Gold Mundi XY and or Gold Moon XY. And we will see everybody hopefully tomorrow night. Have a great rest of your evening, and we will see you all later. Thanks for hanging out with me, all.